Pakistan's Field Marshal Asim Munir is increasingly finding himself locked between a rock and a hard place. He is heading for serious trouble because of the pliant politicians of Pakistan. They had given him a sense of hubris and bloated his ego unnecessarily. As a result of this, he made tall promises to Donald Trump, President of the United States, and to the House of Saud. He anointed himself as the security provider to the Middle East. He promised Donald Trump that he would provide a corps worth of troops for the international stabilization force in Gaza. Right? And he had promised him the moon as far as, selling oil to him was concerned, as far as selling gold, tungsten, copper, etc. and rare earths to Donald Trump. A small detail that Asim Munir overlooked entirely was that where is the oil? Where are the rare earths? So far, not one drop of oil, not 1 gram of rare earth has been found in Balochistan. And even if they are found, transporting them out of Balochistan would be a massive problem given the violent insurgency that is raging in that province. So, he has talked his mouth off and, created problems for himself in terms of delivery. Now, the point is, he has started getting cold sweat and cold feet when he was told that the international stabilization force in Gaza would have to disarm the Hamas. That would create a massive problem for Pakistan given the sensitivity of the Pakistani support for the Palestinians. Don't forget that in Jordan, General Zia-ul-Haq had massacred the Palestinians. The Black September that he had created had forced the Palestinians to flee for their lives, run from Jordan and get to Lebanon, etc. The simple fact is that if Asim Munir provides the corps worth of troops, from where he will do that is the next question I will come to later. But if he does provide that corps worth of troops, and that corps worth of troops is then required to disarm the Hamas, to fight with the Hamas, the Tehreek-e-Labbaik in Pakistan, the Imran Khan's party, the radical Islamist elements would be on the streets. The people of Pakistan would be enraged, and that would be the end of his brief honeymoon with the people of Pakistan, which he had tried to orchestrate by, forcing India to launch Operation Sindoor 2.0 with the attack in Pahalgam. Asim Munir is going to be in serious problems. Israel has said that if you are to operate in Gaza, you might as well first recognize Israel. Don't forget the fact that Pakistan has not diplomatically recognized Israel so far, and Israel will quite obviously ask for its pound of flesh. Asim Munir is now hoping desperately that Israel will tell the Americans that just like they don't accept the Turks in Gaza, they will not accept Pakistan in Gaza, but that has not happened. He has been summoned to Washington in the month of January so that Donald Trump can read out the Riot Act to him. He was trying to be too clever by bloody half. He was trying to say that I can only provide a brigade worth of troops, and that too only for peacekeeping and not peace enforcement. That was not what I had agreed to, etc., etc. So now let's check out with Donald Trump, he doesn't like people who try to two-time him. Double timing people get caught out, not only with Donald Trump but with everybody else. He's made promises he just is in no position to fulfill. And let me explain to you how. Let us say he goes in for a division for Gaza. There are the Saudis now baying for his blood, asking for a division for Yemen. And the Chinese had already been chasing him for the last so many years to provide a division for the security of the Chinese in Balochistan. 3 divisions worth, 1 corps worth. Where is he going to get it? Let's just take a look at the lineup of corps, especially in the southern part of Pakistan. There is 5 corps in Karachi, where there are problems. He can't afford to take even a single battalion out. There is 12 corps in Quetta, fully bogged down with the raging insurgency in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Not one unit can be taken out from there, as ditto from 11 corps in Peshawar. 31 corps, semi-desert corps, it will be extremely difficult for him to take out any troops. And 2 corps is his strike corps. He takes that out, his counter-offensive options against India go up in smoke. Where will he take troops out from? 10 corps is highly committed in Jammu and Kashmir, and a lot of their troops were brought out to protect the line of control. So he is not likely to be able to spare any such troops for such massive deployments outside Pakistan. Massive deployments outside Pakistan, and to add to his problems, the corps commanders in Karachi, the corps commander in Quetta, Peshawar, 31 corps commanders, 2 corps commanders, they were in the lineup for chief. Their promotion has been blocked because Asim Munir is refusing to retire as chief. He is holding the portfolio of the chief. He is also the chief of defense staff. He has taken upon himself the single point control of the nuclear button. And let me just remind him, this paints a huge target on his back. If he is going to make himself the single point control for everything from defense to foreign affairs to nuclear button, etc., then he will be the prime target of India in any future conflict. He has ordered the construction of 6 nuclear command posts, and India is now building Agni 5 missiles with conventional 5,000 kg payloads for bunker busting. You create 6 bunkers or 7 or 10 and we will destroy each one of these wherever you are hiding. His family, by the way, has already been sent off to the United States. And from the look of things, Asim Munir is quite set to flee to the United States and join his family in case things get too hot for him in Pakistan, which they are likely to. Now, most of the world is not aware of what is happening in Yemen now, the most recent happening in December. You see, Yemen is divided into 3 parts. The northern part is run by the Shias, who are supported by Iran in the form of the Houthis, who have been giving merry hell to the United States as well as to Israel. So that is the northern part. The central part is recognized by the United Nations and supported by Saudi Arabia. It is called the Presidential Provisional Council. That is the leadership there. Pakistan had provided 1 brigade which was formerly commanded by General Bajwa, their former army chief, etc. So 1 brigade has been in Yemen, and they have tried to keep themselves away from all trouble. The third part of Yemen is the southern part, where there is the transitional council. There is the transitional council which is supported by UAE, United Arab Emirates, and the Al-Qaeda. Now, just last month in December, this southern portion, this transitional TLC, they have TPC, they have launched a massive attack on the central part of central part of Yemen, where there is this Pakistani brigade. They have captured almost 2/3 of that area, driven them out. The Pakistani brigade could not do a tuppence, not do a damn, and Saudi Arabia is now extremely annoyed. In fact, they bombed the ports of southern Yemen, but by that time all the arms aid that had to be provided by UAE had already been sent in. It is too little, too late. Saudi Arabia is extremely angry and is now demanding that Pakistan provide a division to fight in central Yemen. A division not for just earning money and dollars and making merry, which is a very prize appointment sought after in Pakistan because they get paid in dollars there, but they will have to fight. The Pakistanis will have to do some real hard kinetic combat in central Yemen, and the Saudi Arabians want a division. Now look at the over cleverness of this man. It doesn't pay to be too clever by half. While he is trying to suck up to Saudi Arabia and has gotten into a kind of an alliance with them in which any attack on Saudi Arabia is supposed to be an attack on Pakistan and vice versa, if you please, he will now have to deliver. But when the head of the state in UAE came to Pakistan recently, he tried to suck up to him by offering him 1 million shares in the Pakistani Fauji Foundation, which runs every bloody kind of business in Pakistan, starting from making bread, etc., to selling every single kind of toothpaste, biscuits, pastries, etc. This is what is the main post-retirement benefit in Pakistan. He is trying to sell 1 million shares of the Fauji Foundation. He is trying to play hunt with the hounds and run with the hare. He has been trying to play UAE of Saudi Arabia. How long can this kind of a tamasha continue? He is finding himself increasingly between a rock and a hard place. So far he was making wild promises. Now he has to deliver on those promises, and he is already falling short. He is already chickening out. Will Donald Trump accept his chickening out? Or like Zelensky, he is going to get a mouthful in the White House, which would be quite a blow to his bloody inflated, overblown ego. But I think he deserves that kind of a correction, because he has been promising the moon to all and sundry, and he is increasingly finding that he is in no position to deliver. He is in no position to deliver. If he sends out 3 divisions out of the Pakistan army to the two divisions to the Middle East, to Gaza and to Yemen, 1 each, and 1 division he has to provide in Balochistan, what about the insurgencies raging in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and in Balochistan? Also there is problems in Sindh. Also there are problems in Gilgit-Baltistan and POK. How will he handle these internal security problems? The Tehreek-e-Labbaik had gone against him. Tehreek-e-Labbaik, raised by the Pakistani army for the precise function of fingering the civilian governments in Pakistan, has turned against its own maker, because they are going to be pretty upset if they find Pakistan killing Palestinians, a la Black September. Ziaul Haq did that over clever stuff, and Asim Munir, his successor, is likely to follow suit. And if he does that, the cost back home will be phenomenal. And in any case, if he takes out 3 divisions from the Pakistan army, for these out of area employments. Well, he will be facilitating the task of the Indian army should push come to shove in South Asia. He is in a two-front situation with Afghanistan, entirely self-created by Asim Munir, who promised the Bagram air base to Donald Trump. Delivery, zilch. He has put his hand into a beehive in Afghanistan. The Taliban is hopping mad, and they are saying we may not have fighter bombers with the help of which you are bombing the innocent people of Afghanistan, but we do have an unlimited supply of suicide bombers, and we will create problems for you. So he is in a two-front situation. He was trying to open a two-front situation for India in Bangladesh. He is now between the devil and the deep sea, between a rock and a hard place. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.